Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the One Trinity Family Podcast. I'm your host, this week's Nerd. Middle of June already, hard to believe it. And by the time this episode goes up, it will be Father's Day here in the US. So if you are going to be celebrating, then I hope that you do it safely, of course. And in any case, let's get things started with some quick rough briefings, starting with Pokemon Go, which was announced that those that buy the ticket for July's Pokemon Go Fest will be able to obtain the mythical Pokemon Meloetta via special research. Next up, for Pokemon Masters DX, it was recently announced that an upcoming update for the game will no longer require the use of stamina just to play through the main story, which is a godsend. I still have not played through the entirety of the main story at Masters. Quite frankly, I have not been playing much of Masters to begin with. I tried pulling Volana earlier today, and I did not get a single 5-star sync pair, and I'm a little salty about it, and I don't have enough gems to do another 11-pair scout. That's gotcha for you. Sometimes you get really good rolls, and sometimes you just get absolute crap luck. But regardless, let's move on from the quick ball briefings and get to Pokemon Home, as the big June update was just released. As the service actually went through some maintenance earlier this week to prepare for the update, and the new update for the mobile app was pushed after maintenance. And of course, this update added the catch calendar and the ability to view most of the models of the Pokemon that you have registered in your Pokedex, along with some new profile icons as well, such as the Platinum sprites for Lucas and Dawn. And of course, this update also removes support for the iPhone 5S, the iPhone 6, and devices running iOS 9, 10, and 11, along with devices running Android 5. Alright, let's move on from Pokemon Home and talk about Pokemon Go, because quite a lot has landed for the game pretty recently. Starting things off with the Solstice event. The Summer Solstice is happening here in the Northern Hemisphere on Sunday, the same day this episode goes up. Go figure. And so, this event will run until the 20th of June, which incidentally is also the same day this episode goes up. Go freaking figure. But this event adds Shiny Regigigas to the game, which is awesome. And then has increased spawns for Solrock, Lunatone, Spheal, and a couple of other Pokemon for all players. And in the Northern Hemisphere, we'll see increased spawns for Yanma, Chimchar, Summer Form Deerling, and some other Pokemon. And for the Southern Hemisphere, your increased spawns will be Snorunt, Snover, Winter Form Dealing, and more. Additionally, another event was announced this past week, which is called Bidoof Breakout. And this will run from the 25th of June to the 1st of July. And this just has increased spawns for Bidoof in the wild as well as in raids, and this will add Shiny Bidoof and Shiny Bibarel to the game. I'm going to put a couple of other things too, but that's the most significant part of the event. And additionally, an upcoming change will be made to the in-game skybox, as it will change to players seeing a mimic of the sky based on their geographical location. And the Pokédex will also be able to keep track of even more Pokemon attributes and variants. Kind of an unnecessary update, that last one in my opinion. Like, I feel like Niantic really should be squishing the bugs that are in the current version of the game, because Pokemon Go right now is quite buggy, and I'm not a fan of it at all. So that is unfortunate. And then possibly the big stuff for this past week, Pokemon wise, is a big news drop for Pokemon Unite, which happened on Thursday. I did not tune in because, quite frankly, I don't really care about Pokemon Unite all that much. I'm just not the target audience for this game. I would be able to give it a try, but I just wish that they chose a different developer. But it seems like after checking Twitter, after the announcement dropped, it seems like the reception, I've seen some more positive reception, which is kind of good actually, but I'm still not. I'm probably not gonna check it out. But in any case, we got time of releases for the Nintendo Switch and mobile versions. And surprisingly enough, the Nintendo Switch version is set to release first, coming next month, with the mobile version set to release a couple months later in September, for some reason. So it's not a simultaneous release of both versions, which is kind of interesting. I thought the mobile version was going to come first, but nope. Turns out the Switch is getting it first. I mean, if I was going to be playing Pokemon Unite anyway, I would have been playing on Switch to begin with, because I like having the physical controls. So I don't mind that release date, honestly. If we don't have an exact date to begin with, we just have a month of release. But like I said, I have not even watched the trailer yet, and quite frankly, I don't think I will, because I'm not really all that interested in Unite. But some of the models for the Pokemon look pretty cool. We did get official renders for some of the alternative outfits, like Cinderace's pirate outfit and a ninja outfit for Greninja. So those look kind of cool. And we also saw some trainer models as well. So that's pretty neat. Like, I wish I could say I'm excited for this game, but I don't want to be a dead horse. But I doubt, once Callum gets here, I'm not sure if he's got to have anything else to say either. Like, I don't think any of us here at One Trinity Family has any interest in Pokemon Unite. It's not because we're salty about what happened last year. Like, we're pretty much over that, but it's just like, it's awesome that Pokemon is making a MOBA. And I said countless times that the game will most likely see its biggest success over in China and South Korea. It seems like this game was definitely tailor-made for those markets. And I think it's awesome that players can, in those regions, finally have a Pokemon MOBA. So that's cool in that regard. And that the game will have, some details according to Cerebi, is that the game will have crossplay between the Switch and mobile versions, which I believe we saw in the initial Pokemon Presents that announced this game. But even bigger news is the fact that you don't need a Nintendo Switch Online subscription just to play the game. It'll also have a native voice chat option on both platforms, which is kind of crazy. I believe this is the first party title on the Switch that has native voice chat and does not require a Nintendo Switch Online. I mean, it makes sense considering that it's releasing on more than just Switch, as you can play it on your phone as well. So that makes sense. And if you sign in with either a Nintendo account or a Pokemon Trainer Club account, then you can play with the same account on either device, whether it be a Switch or a mobile device, as well as all the content purchased with in-game gems over between each device. But the purchased gems in-game will not be carrying over between devices, so keep that in mind if you are going to be playing this game. But anyway, moving on from Pokemon Unite, and let's get back to the Pokemon anime. We haven't discussed that in a while. And the English dub for Pokemon Master Journeys has recently started airing in Canada. And we got a new opening for this season, and it's not made by an external artist like Walk Off the Earth did for The Journey Starts Today. As this song is called, I believe, The Journey to Your Heart. And I've seen some mixed reception on the song, actually. Personally, I actually really like it. I've been listening to it like every day, and I actually really like it. I really like the vocals, especially. It turns out, Serena's English voice actress did the vocals for this song, so that was pretty cool. And you can kind of tell when you're really trying to pay attention, and really just listen to the song over and over again. But much like everyone else was saying, as much as I really like this song, I think I still prefer The Journey Starts Today. It's still a good song, like, don't get me wrong. I still really like it. However, it's not quite as good. Like, The Journey Starts Today had quite a different vibe than than the Journey to Your Heart. I still think it's better than some of the past English dubs openings that we've gotten, like for especially Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon had some. I did not like any of the English openings for Sun and Moon. They missed the mark when it comes to the English openings for Sun and Moon. But Journeys was a step in the nice direction. I can't talk today. Was a nice step in the right direction. There we go. I can actually do English. But in any case, the Master Journeys opening is fine, but it doesn't quite hold the candle to the Journey Stars today. But I'll much rather take it over any of the Sun and Moon openings, and even some of the X and Y openings. Like, even though X and Y had some really good English openings, but they were definitely a bit of a downgrade, even compared to Black and White, which is kind of saying a lot actually, because Black and White had some really good English openings, but XY was alright. But Sun and Moon was just, we don't talk about Sun and Moon's English openings. Good God, those were pretty the Saint Chief. I don't know, man, but it was alright. The song's alright, and the Japanese version of the anime actually just got a new ending. Much like the new English opening, I see some mixed reception to this ending, but I see many people rejoice about the fact that the Japanese version finally has a new ending after many episodes. So I think it's fine. I personally don't have any strong opinions about either ending in the Japanese version, but it's great to see we finally have a new ending. Hopefully we'll get a new opening soon, and because word has it that we might be getting a new opening in the near future, but we'll just have to wait and see. And if this new opening does end up coming soon, and we get old characters set to return, then I actually did tweet about this. Like, back on Thursday, when I first heard about word going around about a new opening, a new ending, and my top picks were Dawn, May, Serena, and Clement, and you could toss in Body as well, and I feel like all of them have a really, really solid chance of coming back. But I think in terms of the characters, I think has the best chance of coming back really soon. I think it's going to be either Dawn or Serena. I really do. But we will hear from Callum in regards to that topic, because I'm sure he has a lot to say. We did do an entire discussion about characters we want to come back, and that was when Callum really rambled. So hopefully we can definitely reiterate a little bit too, even though it would be a little bit repetitive. But in any case, let's move on to the final topic that I already have written down, and then we'll be hearing from Callum hopefully soon. And that's, of course, E3. We made our E3 predictions last week, and most of E3 was kind of rough, but then again, the pandemic definitely played a role in played a negative role in the game development. But I've heard nothing but negative things about most of the conferences. The only one that I actually did watch was Nintendo's. I've been keeping tabs on Twitter for the other ones, and most of them, except for Nintendo and Xbox, were kind of crap. But like I said, I only watched the Nintendo Direct during E3, and my thoughts on that were, at first I was a bit underwhelmed. I was actually going to make a live reaction. In fact, I have it recorded, but I never got around to editing it, because quite frankly, I did not have much to say during the Direct. Like, there was nothing that made me go, oh my god, I need this immediately. Nothing knocked my socks off. But looking back at it, it was a very, very solid Direct. There were just so many games in here that just made a lot of sense. And as a result, it was one of the stronger ones that Nintendo has had, I feel like. Starting things off with Kazuya from Tekken getting added into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. that just makes so much sense. Like, I'm surprised that it's taken this long for us to get a Tekken rep, because it's one of the most popular fighting game series of all time, and we haven't gotten a rep from it until now. And I think, I'm not familiar with Tekken, but regardless, Kazuya just makes so much sense. He looks crazy, and a very complex character, but so were Terry and Ryu. So if you're a big fan of that kind of style, then Kazuya might very well be up your alley. And I think that's awesome. Like I said, it's great that Tekken's finally getting a rep in Smash. Wasn't my first pick. I did not even think about Tekken, to be honest, when we were talking about our Smash predictions last week. But I'm so happy with this pick, even as someone who's never played Tekken. Then next up was Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Oh my god. I actually remember seeing the game got leaked the night before the direct was supposed to air, and I feel bad about it. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. However, I'm still really excited because it's a combined remaster of the first 3 games. So it's the original Super Monkey Ball, Super Monkey Ball 2, and Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. I'm personally really excited about this. I've always wanted to play the original Super Monkey Ball and Deluxe. I have Super Monkey Ball 2, and that game was great, and it is rage-inducing as it was. But Banana Mania looks like a great remake. Well, it's not really called, I can't really consider it a remake, even though all the visuals were updated. Like I said, I never played the original Super Monkey Ball, and obviously I've never played Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. It's so weird to see Deluxe being talked about during a Nintendo presentation, because Super Monkey Ball Deluxe actually never released on a Nintendo platform. Back when it was new, it only released on the Xbox and PlayStation 2, but never the GameCube, because I believe disk space constraints, because the GameCube discs had smaller capacity compared to the discs on the Xbox and PlayStation 2. And Deluxe is really just a combination of the first Super Monkey Ball and Super Monkey Ball 2, along with a few extra stages from a supposed Super Monkey Ball 3, which got cancelled during development. And this game looks great. It's using, I believe it is using the same engine from Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD. What a mouthful of a name that was. I almost said game. That would have rhymed. But and it seems like they're also going to be adding the jump button as well. And honestly, I think I might just play with the jump button because I'm terrible at Monkey Ball. I love the games, especially the classic ones, like the GameCube ones. Like, I don't care about Banana Blitz. I personally hate Banana Blitz. And, Banana Mania makes a lot more sense than Banana Blitz HD. And I'm so glad that Sega is doing this kind of remaster for Monkey Ball's 20th anniversary. I think that's phenomenal, because the first 3 Super Monkey Ball games were the actual good ones. Like, when I was watching the trailer, I was like, "Oh God, is this going to be a collection of the past Monkey Ball games?" Because it made it seem like it, but it was just looking back at the history of the series, which is interesting. But remastering the first 3 games, it makes a lot of sense from an anniversary standpoint, and also, like, those are the games that people have the most nostalgia and the most positive opinions for. And I'm glad that it's coming to multiple platforms too, and not just the Switch. That was also the case for Banana Blitz HD as well. But I'm very excited about Banana Mania. I'll definitely be getting that on Switch, and maybe even PC as well, because I want some more games to play on PC. I'm not a hardcore PC gamer, but so I'll probably be spending most of my time on the Switch version. But I believe the digital version of the game has a pre-order bonus where you can get different cosmetics for the monkeys, so you can pretty much play it in their original GameCube models. It doesn't change the entirety of the graphics of the game, but that's cool. Like, as soon as pre-orders go up, I'm definitely going to get it. But anyway, I think a bigger deal during this direct was the announcement of Metroid Dread. This looks insane. I'm not much of a Metroid guy, but this game is a big deal because this was the first original 2D Metroid game since, I believe, Metroid Fusion on the Game Boy Advance. Because all the other past 2D Metroids that we've gotten since Fusion were either remakes or ports. So it's great to see that we finally have a new original 2D Metroid game coming at last. And I think it looks great. It looks like it's gonna play very similar to Metroid Samus Returns on the 3DS, and I've heard very good things about that game. And I can tell that the combat looks very similar as well, but it looks kind of scary, so I don't think I'm going to be playing it. But man, it looks. If you're a Metroid fan, then I'm so happy for you, because after so freaking long, you're getting a new original game that it doesn't look like crap. So I'm very happy for you if you're a Metroid fan. They didn't show any updates for Metroid Prime 4. All it got was well, I kind of want to mention that development is still ongoing, which is good. It's good to see that they are acknowledging it at all. Like, I'm kind of surprised that they acknowledge Metroid at all because of how absent it has been for the longest time. So it's great to see that Metroid seems to be making a comeback on the Switch, and hopefully that momentum will keep going forward. That would be, I think that would be fantastic if that were the case. And hopefully we'll get some gameplay of Metroid Prime 4 soon. But in any case, moving on from Metroid, Mario Party Superstars. I love this idea, but at the same time, it's kind of a kick in the face. Like, Nintendo just kind of shot themselves in the foot by announcing the new Mario Party that, well, it's not exactly brand new, as it contains some boards from the Nintendo 64 games and over 100 million games from past games. So it looks new because it's using the Super Mario Party engine, which is smart, which is definitely smart. But I feel like I don't know, like, the timing of this announcement is so weird because just a few months ago, Nintendo finally added full online support to Super Mario Party, and that effort pretty much went to waste because now we have a new Mario Party, well, quote-unquote new, and this game just looks miles better than what we got with Super Mario Party. And I'm mixed about that decision. Like, I'm still gonna pick it up because I don't really care about Super Mario Party that much. I have not played it in forever, and honestly, I don't miss it because some of the past Mario Parties have not been that good. Like, I never played. I think the only console Mario Party game I ever played outside of Super Mario Party was Mario Party 10, and that's kind of sad because I heard the GameCube ones were the best, and even the N64 ones look great. But I really like the fact that we don't need to use a single Joy-Con for the entirety of this game. So that makes me happy. That makes me very happy. And the game looks great. It looks really fun. And this is the Mario Party that we should have gotten in the first place, instead of wherever the hell Super Mario Party was. It was a nice perform for the series, but Mario Party Superstars definitely looks like a step in the right direction, and I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. Then, WarioWare, get it together. I loved the trailer for that game. It felt so weird to hear full sentences from Wario. My god. But the game itself looks hectic, but in the best way possible. And I'm so... I might look into getting it because it looks really fun, and I want to. I've never played a WarioWare game before. The Switch is pretty much like the perfect platform to get into new games for me. But anyway, a couple of other things. The Advance Wars remake, that came out of nowhere. I've never played Advance Wars. There are so many games that I have not played. But this game looks great. I know I've heard nothing but great things about Advance Wars, especially the GBA ones. And I'm so happy for people that are excited about Advance Wars coming back. And apparently WayForward is making this remake, because I saw them tweet about it, saying that they were they're happy to be involved in it, which is awesome. In fact, I'm gonna go find the tweet so that I don't make myself sound like an idiot. Yes, yes, it is WayForward that is working on this remake. That's awesome. It's great to see so many old games come back come back on the Switch. This year is like, it's just shaping up to be such a good year for the Switch, mainly because of all the great looking original stuff and all the re-releases too, whether it be remakes or ports, like Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. We'll get to that. We also got, like I said, Advance Wars, Super Monkey Ball, and there's just so many other great looking games. Shin Megami Tensei 5 looks twisted, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be a game for me. And also, the last bit, which was of course more footage for the Breath of the Wild sequel. This game looks freaking gorgeous. I never finished the original Breath of the Wild because I never really cared about it, to be perfectly honest with you. I kind of got frustrated with it after a while. Like, I kept getting lost, and I wasn't having a good time. I really wasn't. And so I just ended up putting it down, and I didn't really see myself wanting to come back, which is unfortunate because I've heard so many great things about Breath of the Wild, saying that it's like the best game on the Switch and all that jazz. So I was like, oh, I better get this game a shot. And Breath of the Wild was actually the first game I got on the Switch. Like, my grandpa got it for me even before I even had a Switch. So I already had a game ready to go to play on this new console. But I was left disappointed with Breath of the Wild. So maybe I'll give it another chance, because I don't want to be called out for saying that I hate Breath of the Wild. I don't hate the game. I still like it and appreciate it for what it is. But me personally, there are just other games that I'd rather be playing. That doesn't mean that I think Breath of the Wild is a bad game. Far from it. It's a great game. It's just not really for me. And I'd much rather play other games like even Super Mario Odyssey, for example. And hopefully I really want a sequel to Super Mario Odyssey. Breath of the Wild's getting a sequel. I really want to see Odyssey get the sequel treatment next. But in any case, I'm kind of underwhelmed that we didn't get anything for Kirby during this direct, because it's put them up since we've gotten anything notable for Kirby. Like, the last big Kirby game that wasn't a spin-off was Kirby Star Allies back in 2018. And that game it's okay. But I don't really... It's not... Star Allies is not a bad game. By no means. I don't think there's not a single Kirby game that I'm like, oh, this game is awful. I never want to go back to it ever again. That was never the case for Kirby. But Star Allies was just, I don't know. It was kind of an underwhelming game, especially considering that it was coming after Planet Robobot. And that game was brilliant. I very much loved Planet Robobot. But I imagine Nintendo's probably holding off on anything for Kirby until 2022, which is next year. Because next year is Kirby's 30th anniversary. So I imagine that Nintendo will probably want to go all in on Kirby's 30th anniversary. You know, speaking of anniversaries, Nintendo is not really doing anything big for Zelda's 35th anniversary. All they're doing is making a new Game & Watch that contains the first Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, and the Game Boy version of Link's Awakening, along with a reskinned Game & Watch game. It looks cool. I'm personally not gonna buy it because I'm not really much of a Zelda guy. But if you're a fan of Zelda and or Metroid, then this was definitely the direct for you. And I think that, like I said, this was definitely one of the strongest directs that Nintendo has ever had. Is it the best one that they've ever done? I don't think so. I do feel like there are other directs that were just better. But this one was a really strong showing, and I feel like Nintendo definitely had the best presentation out of E3. Even though Xbox also had a really strong and great presentation from what I have heard. So that's awesome, but there are a couple things that I do want to address with this presentation. First of all, was the fact that prior to the presentation, Nintendo stated that the Direct was solely focusing on Nintendo Switch software. So that pretty much threw out any possibility of a new model being announced at E3, despite all the reports saying that we were going to get something regards to a Switch upgrade at or prior to E3. But I never got my hopes up about it because as like I said, Nintendo said that this Direct was solely focusing on Nintendo Switch software. So I was like, okay, so no Switch Pro or whatever the hell. I hear birds. Or whatever the hell they're gonna call it. And you know what? I don't care when they announce it. Like, it's like every week we hear something new about rumors for the midlife update for the Switch, and it's to the point where I'm kind of tired of it. Like, I definitely want this new model to come out because the Switch is definitely at its point in its life where it's due for an update, for a hardware update, that is. However, I just don't really. I'd rather I'll just see it when I believe it. Like, I don't really pay attention to rumors. This is why I don't pay attention to rumors, because there's always the chance that that the source could very well be wrong. Hey, Callum.
Hello, sorry I'm so late.
No worries. Yeah, I was just rambling about E3, and just giving my thoughts about it.
Okay.
Were you able to watch the Direct during E3?
No, I didn't. I kind of just got all the news and figured there was no point.
Okay, fair enough. Like, I was saying that I was probably most excited about the Monkey Ball remaster. That game looks it looks great.
I'm excited about that too. Mainly just because I love Monkey Ball.
Yeah, I haven't played Super Monkey Ball in a while. Also because some of the recent games were not that great.
Yeah, I haven't played it in like well over a decade, mainly because my GameCube stopped working and I only had like one Monkey Ball game. I think I had like the first one for the GameCube and that was it.
Yeah, I have Super Monkey Ball 2. I have Super Monkey Ball 2, but not the original. Yeah, and Banana Mania is a combined remaster of the first two games, as well as Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. It's interesting that they're including Deluxe too. Like, it makes sense because Deluxe was a combination of the first two games. But what I find most interesting is that Super Monkey Ball Deluxe never released on a Nintendo console. It was only released on the Xbox and PlayStation 2. And I bet it was probably because of capacity constraints, because the GameCube disc had a smaller capacity than the Xbox and PlayStation 2. I think it was like a little over 1 gigabyte for the GameCube, whereas the Xbox and PlayStation 2's discs were upward around 8.5 gigabytes.
Okay. I mean, the GameCube did have like smaller discs anyway.
Yeah, it used mini DVDs as opposed to the full-size ones on the Xbox and PS2.
Yeah.
But like, regardless, I'm excited, man.
Same. Like I want to be able to play Monkey Ball again because I can't do that with a broken GameCube. So
yeah, that makes sense. Like, it's coming out on a lot of platforms too. Like, we got Switch, we got PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, as well as Steam. So plenty of platforms to play it on, and I think that's fantastic. So I'll most likely be getting it on Switch and Steam, because I just want more games to play on PC. But I'll probably be playing on Switch the most because that's my preferred platform.
Yeah. I'll probably be playing on Switch or PC. I don't know.
But the game looks like it's just reusing the same engine from Banana Blitz HD. But that already looks pretty good. And it's even adding has the entire cast from Banana Blitz HD, so it's not just the original 4. So we got Yan and Doctor as well.
See, I only see because I only had like the first one for the GameCube. For the GameCube, I only know like the original 4.
Oh, okay. And apparently there's some bonuses that come with prayer in the game. Like, for example, if I go check the website and try to pre-order the digital version, they have a deluxe version that gets you the game as well as early access, and even a classic character pack, so that you can play with seeing the original character models instead of their updated ones, as well as some additional customization, and even the access to the classic soundtrack. So if you don't want to say listen to the remastered soundtrack for whatever reason, then you can revert back to the original. It won't change the graphics of the rest of the game, but it's cool that we have that kind of retro throwback. Nope, pre-orders are not actually active, at least for Steam. What about the Switch? Nope, not yet. In any case, that was probably my most anticipated game from this, even more so than the Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah. I actually still haven't seen like the trailer for that one, so but like I definitely want it.
It looks great. I could definitely say that.
Nice.
Like, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a while because I kind of got frustrated with it after a while, so I ended up putting it down.
I mean, like that just happens with puzzle games.
I mean, I just ended up getting lost a lot of the time, and
What open world games are though?
I know, but like at the time, I was just, the more I got lost, the more I was like, okay, and I'm getting kind of bored and frustrated, so I put it down and moved on. But it's not that I hate the game, because I really do appreciate it and I do think it's a great game, but it's not for me. I gave it a try and I just didn't really like it. And that's kind of disappointing because I've heard so much praise for this game and wanted to love it, but I didn't, and that's disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, like that's fair though, because like for me, like I wasn't really a massive fan of open world games in general, just because like normally I would get confused and wouldn't know what to do, but with Breath of the Wild, I kind of feel like it was easier for me to actually get into it, I guess. Like for me, like I actually like liked playing Breath of the Wild because it was, I don't know, I felt like it was just more accessible than other open world games for me at least.
That's fair. That's a fair argument.
But like it was like really, like to be fair, I never did finish it because I started playing it when I was like right before my exams, and then I did literally like I did all 4 Divine Beasts, so all I needed to do was like go fight Ganon, but then I had exams, so I didn't.
Oof.
And that was like years ago, and I just didn't continue it.
Oof. Like, I only did like a few shrines, and I did get to the point in the plot where I was told to unleash the Divine Beast, but I never found where I was supposed to go fight them.
I mean, like you do have the mini map, which does help a lot.
That is true. But like, it was also like the first Zelda game that I really got into, so like.
Yeah, like it was kind of like the same for me, because like I tried to play A Link Between Worlds. I think that was the 3DS remake of Link to the Past.
Yeah, it was a Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, but like I got that one, but that I never really got into that one. Like that one just wasn't for me.
That's fair.
But then but with Breath of the Wild, it was different. Like Breath of the Wild was just better for me.
All right.
Again, more accessible, more just I don't know. Like I like Breath of the Wild more.
That's fair. Like, it's definitely one of the best games on the Switch by far.
Oh yeah.
I was also touching up on just how much it makes sense for Kazuya from Tekken to get into Smash. Like, I did not even think about Tekken when we were talking about Smash last week.
Yeah, I forgot Tekken existed. Like literally until you said the Kazuya from Tekken, I was like, all right, okay, like, 'cause I don't particularly care at Tekken, so for me, I was just like, oh, okay, I forgot Tekken existed.
But it makes sense from so many perspectives. Like, I'm surprised that it's taken this long for Tekken to get a rep in Smash at all, but it's awesome that it's here finally.
And like, how does it make sense? Like
Like,
again, I'm not I know nothing about Tekken. So, like, I'm genuinely curious.
like Tekken's actually a really popular fighting game series. So like, I feel like it's one of the first series that people think of when they think of fighting games. I'm not all that familiar with the genre though.
And like, I mean, like, I knew it was popular, but like for me, like, I don't know, like the first ones like that I think of are like, Street Fighter, and
Definitely same with Street Fighter.
the other one. What's the other one? There was Street Fighter and
Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, but what's the Capcom one that I'm thinking of?
Oh God. I don't know off the top of my head. I feel so stupid.
It's not Soul Calibur, but like I do know that as a fighting game. Yes.
There's also Fatal Fury, but that's an SNK property.
Yeah.
But regardless.
Oh, the Capcom one is Street Fighter.
Oh duh. Man,
I didn't realize.
Oh God, we just made ourselves look like idiots.
But yeah, like the first one I think of is normally like Street Fighter. I guess.
All right.
And they already have Ryu, don't they? So.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, and Ken.
Yeah, we got Ryu, Ken, and then we got Terry, and now Kazuya. We can finally have that Tekken versus Street Fighter game in some form.
Yeah.
So,
Um.
regardless, it's awesome that we finally got a Tekken rep. So I'm happy for it.
Yeah.
And,
honestly, I kind of want like a Marvel character to be in Smash purely because Marvel vs. Capcom like is a thing. So theoretically they should be able to do it.
Oh my God. Oh, I can already imagine the reactions to it. Oh God. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen because licensing, but
oh no, it definitely won't. I don't think Disney would let Nintendo do that, but
no, they won't.
But like, I want it.
Just because.
Yeah.
Also, Mario Party Superstars. That looks like the Mario Party we should have gotten on the Switch in the first place. Like,
I thought everyone liked I thought everyone liked the Mario Party on Switch.
I haven't played Super Mario Party in a while, but honestly, I don't really miss it all that much. Like, it's okay. Like, it's definitely a nice improvement over past Mario Party games, which were apparently really crappy. But even Super Mario Party was pretty underwhelming. But also, the timing of this announcement was kind of Nintendo shooting themselves in the foot, because just a few months ago, Super Mario Party got full online support, and then here comes E3 with a new Mario Party with online support right from the get-go. It's like, what? It looks really fun though, but I just can't help but feel bad for people that bought Super Mario Party, myself included. But like I said, this game looks so much better, and I'm glad that we're not forced to do just one Joy-Con for the entire game. Like, I want to use my Pro Controller, damn it, and I can do, like, even Super Mario Party is not even playable in handheld mode on your own. And that's kind of, it's a problem especially for Switch Lite owners. In fact, I can grab my.
Wait, why is it not available in handheld? My God.
I wish I knew, because a lot of the games just required I can only use one Joy-Con. But the more I think about it, the more I think down of Super Mario Party. Like, my God.
Yeah, like I remember, when I was a kid, I had my Mario Party DS, and like I found that really fun to play on my own.
I loved Mario Party DS. That was my first ever Mario Party game. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That game was so fun.
it really was. Like, I never played with anyone, but like, I'm not entirely sure that I ever even won, but like, it was fun.
Oh, it was so much fun. Like, the boards were great. The mini games were fun. Like, all in all, it was probably the best handheld Mario Party.
Yeah, bro.
I never played Mario Party Advance, but apparently that one wasn't very good either.
I didn't even know there was one pretty advanced.
Yeah, I didn't even know until like many years later. I only have one of the 3DS games, but it wasn't that great.
Again, I don't remember there ever being any 3DS Mario Party games. They must have gotten like no marketing.
Yeah, they didn't really get any marketing at all. Like, other than being in some Nintendo Directs, that was it. And there were two full Mario Party games, and then there was a giant collection that was received horribly. Like, it was Mario Party the Top 100, and it was just the mini games, but no actual boards. Like, it didn't really feel like a proper Mario Party. So,
how do you do Mario Party with just the mini games? The whole concept, and then it's a board game.
Like, what was the point of it? There was no point in releasing the Top 100. So, like Superstars just looks like a nice reform, the proper reform for Mario Party, and hopefully Nintendo keeps that energy going forward. And
Yeah.
And WarioWare, this game looks crazy, but in the
I know literally nothing about the WarioWare franchise apart from people like it. So
yeah, it's just a bunch of micro games, and the people love it. I've never played WarioWare, but it looks pretty crazy, but in the best way possible. And also during the trailer, it was so trippy to hear full sentences from Wario.
again, I haven't watched the trailer. I can't get like got information from like everyone else. Wario talks.
Yeah, like full sentences during the trailer. It was trippy. But like but like having Wario commentate the trailer was just, it was perfect. Like I honestly really liked that trailer. It was cool.
Mario's not really meant to say anything else more than more than like tiny phrases. What this? Because I'm just used to like Mario Kart Wario, which because that's really the only thing I've seen Wario in. So it's really just so to me it is really just Wario. Oh yeah, Mario Party 2, I guess. But so to me it's just Wario saying very short phrases all the time, and that should be it.
Yeah. But I think my favorite lines of Wario actually came from, I believe, the N64 Mario Party games, where whenever he lost in anything, he would say, "Oh, I missed." And what's the
What?
Wario says, "Oh, I missed," anytime anything negative happened to him during the game. It's just as funny as it sounds. And I did a pretty crappy impression of him. Oh, I cannot wait to hear back on this in the recording. I was kind of touching on the lack of any Kirby. Like, it's been a while since we've gotten anything Kirby related on the Switch. Like, we did get a spinoff last year, but we didn't get a proper mainline Kirby game since Star Allies back in 2018. So we are definitely due. However, I have a feeling since next year is Kirby's 30th anniversary, I think Nintendo's holding off on a new mainline Kirby game for next year, which would make sense. Because, well, when they did the 20th anniversary, they released a collection for the Wii, but released a mainline Kirby game in 2011, which was Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Yeah.
Which, that game is turning 10 years old this year. My god. Boy, I want to see something new for Kirby soon. And obviously, the big elephant in the room, for better or worse, was the lack of any Pokemon during E3.
Oh yeah.
Like, we didn't get anything for Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, or Legends.
To be fair, I think that after last time, you can't blame them for not being at E3.
You cannot. I'm not bothered by it because I was not expecting Pokemon because they don't tend to make huge announcements during E3 anyway. Like, even back in 2016, they were not part of, Sun and Moon was not part of a Direct, but they did get a Treehouse segment. But, like,
yeah,
they didn't get anything this year, so maybe hopefully we'll get something soon, maybe sometime next week.
Yeah, like normally they at least normally even if they don't get much, they'll get a treehouse, but
yeah, but you know what's the good thing about this? Once we do eventually get another Pokemon Presents, hopefully next week, we don't have to worry about Pokemon Unite being a part of it because we got a big announcement for Unite earlier this week.
Oh, true, yeah.
But if anything, they'll probably just reiterate this past week's announcement, even if they do touch on Unite during the presents.
Probably.
I mean, they kind of already did that. They did that with new Pokemon Snap earlier this year, back in February. But in any case, we're overdue for news for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And even Legends too. Like, I'm kind of surprised that it's taken this long for a new update, because all we've gotten since the announcement was the box art and the release date for the games. It's like I just want more information, man. But like, but in any case, I already touched on that the Switch version of Unite's coming out in July, whereas the mobile version's coming out in September, which is very interesting. I thought that the mobile version was going to come first and then the Switch version, but no, it's the opposite. But even if I was going to play it, I would probably be playing on Switch anyway because I don't like playing my games on my phone anyway.
Yeah, alright, yeah. Yeah. My phone is terrible, so I literally can't, but
anyway, I also touched on the I already touched on the June update for Pokemon Home has landed, and yeah, that's the one that ended support for your phone, unfortunately. So that,
shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, yeah. No, I just can't get it on my phone, can I? So honestly, Pokemon Go still works on my phone. How does Home not work?
I think it's because of the fact that I think it has to do with the updates made to the Pokédex, because you can view the models of most Pokemon that you have registered. But even then, I feel like it would have been able to be. I feel like it was possible. I feel like it would have been possible to make it run on even the iPhone 5S. But
it probably would have. But
that phone is so old to begin with.
Yeah, the thing is though, it's a good phone. Even if it's old, it's reliable. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I just I don't really care much. That's what I don't really care much.
I think it also could be memory as well, and not because the iPhone 5. I'm gonna get technical right here. So, but the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 6 both only have 1 GB of RAM, and I think that's a big factor, because the oldest iPhone that is now supported on Pokemon Home, for example, is the iPhone 6S, and
so not even the iPhone 6.
Yeah, the iPhone 6 got got the axe for Pokemon Home as well.
Oh.
And even and for Android, the only version that was cut off is Android 5, which came out in 2014. But like, who's gonna be running Android 5 in 2021? Like, not many people, I imagine. So like, it's not really a big deal. Same goes for iOS 9 and even iOS 10, but iOS 11 might be cutting it a little bit, but iOS 11 wasn't exactly that great to begin with. But whatever. Alright, enough of the tech talk. Went on a little bit of a tangent there. And then they also touched on the new English opening for the Pokemon anime. And then,
Yeah, the opening, right? Yeah.
have you listened to it yet?
I listened, like I don't know if the full version's out, but like I listened to the short version, like the one that's at the end of the show. I like the Journey Start Today way more.
Yeah, I do like the Journey Starts Today a little bit more. I actually do like the new opening. Like, even I can say that, even I feel like the Journey Starts Today is a little bit better.
Yeah.
I really like the vocals in this new one, though. Because Serena's English voice actress did the vocals for the song.
Oh, nice. I'd have to listen to it again, really, because I'm having trouble remembering it. Like I can remember my reaction, but not like the song.
I've been listening to it like multiple times a day because it's a little catchy in my opinion. But overall,
nice.
but
Yeah,
we still don't have an air date for the US yet because it's already airing in Canada, but not the US yet.
Oh.
And that's how we managed to find out about the new opening in general. And the Japanese version of the anime actually just got a new ending today, finally replacing Shiratori.
Yes, and it's somehow worse.
I don't really have a strong opinion on either. Like the new one's kind of cute, but I'm just like, it's fine.
The only cool thing about the new one is that it uses animation from black and white for like a boulder part.
Oh yeah.
Like it's straight up like Ash's boulder from Ash versus Clay. Like I immediately recognize it.
Wow. But like I said, it's fine. At least we finally got a new opening after so long. Not the opening. Wow, I'm stupid. A new ending.
Yeah, like it's been so long, like because Riolu and Reboot, like we're still in the old ending.
Wow, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like,
and like now the new ending is just Pikachu with a poker flute and Grookey being Grookey.
It's kind of cute though. Like you can give it points in that regard, but the song itself, could have been a little better. But I mean,
like something I've noticed about like the Japanese endings of Pokemon is that since Sun and Moon they've kind of, well, not really since Sun and Moon, but like Sun and Moon does have like at least one of them because it had like that Z post thing I don't know his name, but yeah, but it's basically just going on about all the types and like the Z powers.
Oh yeah. So, but hopefully we'll get a new opening for the Japanese version soon.
Yeah. Given that, what?
I mean, considering that they've been using 1, 2, 3 a lot, just had different versions for it. Like, it's not a bad song. It's actually pretty good, but I want something actually new instead of just another version of 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, same.
But hopefully, but the fact that we have a new ending, it gives us hope. So there's that.
Yeah.
Do you have what?
Oh yeah, Kyle. You'll like the new episode and Alone Nito's in it.
Oh yeah, I saw that the subs were out by the time, but they got released before by the time I started recording.
Oh yeah, like right before like right before like the podcast time, they started recording like the release, and I was like, I kind of have to watch this. Okay, okay, I'm gonna be late.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, but like I kind of just I like watching the episode like before the podcast. I don't know why.
Callum. Anyway, yeah, I gotta go watch that once we're done. Cause
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to seeing it. But anyway, but even
Yeah,
if we
like,
but
yeah, honestly, like the Ninetales part's kind of I don't know how to describe it. Like to describe it, like it was a good episode, but the Ninetales part, even though it was like the main plot, was kind of the least interesting part of the episode.
oh, interesting.
Well, to me at least.
So is there anything else that you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
All right. Actually, crap! I just had a brain fart. I was thinking of something, but then I forgot.
Oh no, don't worry. That happens that happens to everyone.
Yeah, true. But
Like it literally happened to me like earlier today.
oh, I mean the last thing that I could probably add on at the last second is some more details for Pokemon Cafe Mix's big update we're giving out, and a closed beta is going to be running for some of the new features at some point, at a later point in Japan. And this beta will only be able to be working on the mobile version. So, and the beta is going to be running next month. But no release date for this big update has been given out yet.
Okay.
And for Europe, a new stereo code distribution was started to get a Dynamax Crystal to battle Gigantamax Sandaconda. And this is going to be tying in with the release of the latest English TCG set, which is Chilling Reign.
Huh.
And thus, according to Cerebi, the locations for distribution are, for the UK, it's Game. And for France, we have Megomania. I probably butchered that. Game Mania for Belgium and the Netherlands, and GameStop Online for Germany, Italy, Austria, and Switzerland.
Okay.
And of course, Chilling Reign came up for the TCG today, and I saw, I believe it was on Amazon, that there was a Summer V Strikers tin that features Empoleon, and it's in stock. I want it. I want it so bad. It's out of stock on the Pokemon Center, but I want it. It's $25 on Amazon. I want it. I gotta control myself. Oh my god. Watch it. I will watch. I'm gonna cave in and buy it by the time this episode goes up. Because I have no self-control. But anyway. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about before we wrap up?
I don't think so.
Alright. A bit of a short episode this week. I mean, it was, again, just Callum and I this week. Sam and Honey were unable to join us this week. Hopefully they'll be back next week. But in any case, I want to thank you for tuning in. And until next time, through it all, we're still a family. One Shiny family.